Hi everyone, it is March 24, 2022, and in today's crypto market update, of course, we'll be discussing what's happening towards Bitcoin and Ethereum and so forth. Okay, so let's take a look at what cryptocurrencies are doing today. Let's go to CoinGecko for that. Okay, so far, cryptocurrencies are still strong. It is trading at the $2 trillion market cap. Let's read through the stats. Bitcoin is now trading at $43,000. Ethereum is $3,000. Binance is $411. Ripple is 80 cents. Cardano is $1.10. Terra is 95. Solana is 97. And if you take a look at the top 10 currencies, most of them have been strong and quite stable, despite all the volatility in the market. So for the year, we're still seeing Bitcoin trade within a range. So actually, the market has been volatile, but Bitcoin actually stayed between $35,000 to $45,000. Now, it remains to be seen on what would happen at 45 or $46,000. That's another 10% leeway to go higher. So at 43, it's in the no man's zone. What does no man's zone mean? It's either it goes up or it goes down. So it's a hold pattern. And people who are bullish on Bitcoin would assume that a break of 46 could lead to as high as 50,000. Whereas a rejection of 46,000 could lead to another resumption back to this range of about 37 or 40,000. So because we don't know what exactly would happen, we are now waiting and observing what the market will do on these certain key levels of about 46 to about 47,000 for Bitcoin. Okay, so let's take a look as well on what's happening on Ethereum. And you'll notice it's quite the same pattern. Ethereum is actually here about 3,060, but the next resistance of Ethereum is now trading somewhere here about 3,250, which is still around 7 to 8% further away. Again, if it goes to 3,233 and we see more profit takers at that level, then it could go down back to about 2,7 or 2,8 where there is more demand. However, if it allows itself to break further at 3,3, then it can go possibly to as high as 3,6 or even 3,8 where more sellers emerge yet again. So we're seeing actually that the pattern is creeping up. But if you ask me what would happen towards Ethereum and Bitcoin, I do believe that in the short term, a rally towards 3.3 for Ethereum is a natural profit-taking area, as well as for Bitcoin at about 45 to 46,000 area. So I will understand if many people over the next coming days or weeks would be more of a seller rather than a buyer. So let's take a look at Binance as well. As Binance reaches nearing 440 or 450, we do also assume that there will be some sellers there. In fact, it will consolidate first, either gets rejected or consolidate at 450 before going up to 500. So in general, we ask ourselves, what exactly would inspire crypto to break above 450 and Binance to hit 500? As we don't think there is an immediate term catalyst except perhaps sentiment about stabilizing markets, the fact that equity markets are currently rallying, it's actually helpful for crypto sentiment. And that's really what's making crypto right now stay strong at 2 trillion. So let's take a look as well on Solana here. Solana is now trading somewhere here at 97, 99. We do see a potential rally to about 105 and then eventually topping out at about 120. So if you're asking me if you want to short crypto, you need to wait about 10% higher before you do so. Or at the very least, wait for Bitcoin to get rejected at 45 or 47K before attempting to do so. So what do I mean here? For those who are looking at some stocks in crypto, this is MicroStrategy. It's now trading at 450. Can it rally to about 500 or 550? And the answer, I believe, is a yes, simply because MicroStrategy follows a lot of correlation with Bitcoin. So MicroStrategy, we're still waiting for this to rally up to about 500, 550 before initiating a sell area. For Coinbase, let's just take a look at all these crypto-related stocks. Coinbase is still weak. You're seeing a lot of resistance at 220 and 200. However, with Bitcoin rallying, I'd understand if 180 first goes to 200 and 220. And if you're looking to short Coinbase, I'd say that you're still waiting somewhere here about 220 to do that. So at the same time, let's also notice that Although Coinbase has been falling here, there is a lot of support here about 170 to 160 as well, suggesting that just like Bitcoin, it is actually trading within our range for the next, perhaps about next 2 to 3 months. Okay, so Coinbase is in a range. MicroStrategy is trying to move up. Let's take a look at your Silvergate Capital. Silvergate Capital is a focused lender. So it's a bank, and actually it bought out some assets from DM, which is from Facebook, for their blockchain. Okay, so take note that this digital focused bank is supportive of many businesses that are using crypto. So what we're seeing here is that this crypto focused bank, aka Silvergate Capital, has a resistance here about $170 and a lot of support at $80. So as this rallies near Silvergate of 170, I have to assume that there will be a lot of sellers first rather than buyers. So the buyers have already flocked in here about $100 area, whereas they're gonna be trimming as it goes higher towards resistance. So some might even sell here about 150 areas last night and another 160 and 170, suggesting that if you are looking to short Silvergate, around 160 would be a good enough price for your selling. Okay, let's take a look as well on Riot. So a lot of Bitcoin miners have been following suit with Bitcoin. And right now, let's just take a look. Riot blockchain has been on a decline simply because it has moved way past the market cap versus the actual Bitcoins that it's been mining. Nonetheless, despite the fact that this is downtrend, I would assume that at 21, it can still rally to about 25 and 28 before going down. So for Riot, we want to short it, but we're still waiting for about 10 to 20% higher and a clear rejection before doing so. The same thing goes for Mara, which is also creeping up, but we are of the view that Mara has tons of sellers, especially here at about 36. So at $30, still waiting for a 10 to 20% pump for Mara before getting a selling pressure. Let's take a look at Bit Farms and Hot Mining. Bitfarms has also been in a range with $3 as a range buy support at Bitfarms, but a lot of resistance here at 450 and as it goes as high as 6. So I'd say that for Bitfarms here, it's actually not feasible to short yet, so it's just more of a waiting game. For Hot Mining, same thing. Let's take a look at Hot. We're still waiting somewhere here at $7.40, which is still at least 10% to 20% higher before unloading. How about this Chinese miner, Kinan? Kinan is trying to rebound. It's now trading at 650. From $10, Kinan fell to as low as $3. It has rallied back to 650. Of course, it fell because it was also a Chinese company, aside from just being a Bitcoin miner. And you'll notice that Kinan has already relocated their Bitcoin mines in Kazakhstan. I would say that, of course, Kazakhstan is not an ESG-friendly policy. So there might be more reason to short Kinan rather than to buy. So we're seeing a potential selling off here at about $7 as well as $8. I don't think it will reach at 10. So as it goes higher, look to actually short Canaan, even if Canaan is actually mining a ton of Bitcoin. So there might be more sellers there. If you are really bullish on Canaan, you might as well wait somewhere below 4 again to accumulate your Canaan shares. Okay, so what else? Silvergate. So a lot of the crypto focused lenders and the miners are actually trading within a range. Let's talk about some NFTs here. NFTs are still being traded in the market. However, you can see that it is actually in a downtrend. So for the NFTs, some of the stocks that have been displaying a lot of NFTs, so you've seen how Nike has engaged with it, Roblox has engaged with it. I believe a lot of Chinese companies have also discussed, as well as Facebook, right? So Facebook is selling NFTs. Alibaba, JD. So there's ton of interest still in making money from NFTs. However, a lot of other businesses are also skeptical of this, rightly so because it's a very new thing. So we're seeing actually a trading range here for the NFTs. So NFTs here, $18. We think there's a resistance. So some of the companies that have engaged actively in NFTs is Funko and Playboy. So I'd say that of course Disney has also engaged in NFTs. So we're seeing actually that this would trade within a range. At $15, NFTs can rally further at 17, but definitely I think there will be more sellers as it tries to go up. Let me also discuss what exactly happened with VV. Let me just read to you the news. VV app closes the NFT marketplace after an in-app token exploit. So this was a news discussed last night. So let me just read through this. VV is an NFT marketplace. It faces an exploit on Tuesday, resulted in millions of in-app tokens. They call it gems, which were acquired illegally. So they acknowledged this exploit on Twitter, resulting into a sharp decline in the prices of NFTs listed on their platform. VV is an NFT marketplace, licensed digital collectibles, and they're now facing millions of in-app tokens acquired illegally. It is also the official launch partner of mainstream brands, including Coca-Cola, Pixar, Marvel. So a lot of the Spider-Man NFTs were available in VV, and it seems as if there is this hacking incident, or rather, an exploit that allows them to get as many gems, which is of course one gem equals one USD. So Vivi acknowledged this exploit on an illegitimate acquisition of a large amount of gems. They're still investigating, and so they've shut down the marketplace first, and as well as all the gem purchases. So the platform has restricted several users that were trying to purchase gems from fraudulent accounts. Gems are VVs in up tokens. Users can exchange them for collectibles during drops in the market. Early reports have shown that cybercriminals behind this exploit managed to mint millions of gems without having to pay for them. So they're able to do this exploiting a bug in the platform's buying mechanism. The gem exploits on VV have resulted in sharp decline, obviously, in the price of NFTs listed on the platform, and users are experiencing up to an 80% price plunge in the value of their NFTs. So one Twitter user shared a timeline of events of the exploit. According to the user, VV first registered the largest three-day buying of the in-app token gems. The milestone was then followed by a crash in the price of the token by half, falling from 50 cents to 25 cents. The marketplace is now going into maintenance. So yeah, some news for you. So you can see that we're still really all of these NFTs are still in the early phases. That's why there's these exploits or hacking or a lot of minting illegally. So yun, that's news for cryptocurrencies. Mm, let's try to read as well this one. FTX, of course, which is the Solana's exchange, is announcing their foray into Web3 gaming. So this one is prioritizing great games. So let's just go through this. FTX just acquired Good Luck Games for the foray into the Web3 gaming market. Sam Bankman-Fried announced the acquisition in Twitter thread. They emphasized how FTX wants to prioritize great games among everything else, meaning they, of course, want to develop this Web 3.0. Good Luck Games has been the developer of PC game Storybook Brawl as it forests to the Web 3 gaming market. That, and also it's a team that we really love and believe in, with a vision we believe in, and we are very excited to work with and empower. So we are very excited to welcome Storybook Brawl to Team FTX. So I think this is a good news to know for the Solana and the FTX community. So this is similar to how Binance is doing as well. So I believe that Binance and Solana are the two cryptocurrencies that everyone is positioning to be great returns, just like how Bitcoin and Ethereum has done over the last 5-10 years. So I'd say that for those who have an outlook for the next 5 to 10 years, you might want to actually accumulate tons of Binance and tons of Solana, as fundamentals have been, they've been building and building towards a better community, a blockchain community. Let's just read through this acquisition for you. FTX buys Good Luck Games in a quest to convince gamers to love the NFTs and the blockchain. They hope that this acquisition can do in the gaming space the often controversial tech to gamers in a non-predatory way. So previously discovered and covered the difficult road that FTX has ahead of it, to be entirely offering a blockchain as a service solution to companies across the video game industry. So it is very clear that FTX believes that they can only accomplish these feats with the help from their friends. So here, Amy Wu, the head of gaming partnerships of FTX, and Good Luck Game founder Steve Sadin, and design lead Matthew Place, they have announced this acquisition. We'll see. So in a way, the two union is gonna brew for many years. They know each other since childhood. Both Place and Sadin are veterans of the trading card game arena. They've been working at Hasbro which owns Magic the Gathering creators, Wizard of the Coast. Sadden told me that he's known members of the Good Luck Games team for as long as 20 years, thanks to their shared history in the competitive Magic the Gathering scenes. So, putting all of these together, so these are card collecting meets digital tokenization. So, we will see if this is gonna be very successful. But it's really gonna be good if all of these games will bring many mainstream gamers towards crypto. So we hope for the best, and that would be great. Now let's just read through further. Mastercard expanding services to cover cryptocurrencies, NFTs, open banking. This week I also saw Goldman Sachs. Let's just read through that news as well. Goldman Sachs purchased their very first OTC purchase in the crypto space. Let's just go to that. There was news about it. OTC news. I'll do use this one. Let's read that. So Goldman Sachs just completed the very first over-the-counter crypto trade through Galaxy Digital. This is a Wall Street first. So of course, everyone knows that the biggest Wall Street bank is Goldman Sachs. This very first crypto OTC trade through Galaxy Digital is the first foray into crypto by Goldman. It's a non-deliverable option that settles to cash. The transaction didn't take place in any centralized exchange. Of course, we know Coinbase and Binance and FTX are all centralized exchanges. This opened the door to an online narrative regarding the potential for counterparty risk should one participant in the transaction not deliver on their obligation. So, Galaxy explained that the trade represents the first step that banks have taken to offer direct but customizable exposure to clients that's more systemically relevant to markets compared to exchange based products. If you think about crypto today, part of the concern is that most of the players in the sector are not players that are familiar to regulators and politicians. So what helps is regulators and government should see that firms like Goldman that they know and trust for decades are also going to be participants. So actually, these days we've also seen news on Bitcoin that it's being used, of course, to eliminate sanctions in Russia. So let's go through that news as well. Let me just read to you all the things, at the very least, what I believe is something important for you to understand. So crypto investors raises a billion and a half for Web3 venture fund. So right blockchain, we have a short on rallies. This one is a good news to read. I don't know if you are seeing this as a good news, but of course, there are a lot of countries like Russia, Ukraine, a lot of European are using, of course, cryptocurrencies to basically evade all the sanctions about the Russian gas and everything. So let's just read through this. Head of the ECB, Christine Lagarde, said she's very concerned about this because cryptocurrencies are posing a threat to the success of sanctions imposed by USA and Europe on Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Joe Biden and his European allies have announced a new sanction package against Russia. And the president of ECB said in Russia, cryptocurrencies are used to bypass this sanction imposed by the West. That means that if you're buying European gas or Russian gas, some people are paying it via Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. In fact, Lagarde said that you're using digital assets, converting the ruble into stable coins. It could be digital assets like USD Tethers, Binance Dollars, or Solana, or Ethereum. In her dissertation, she indicated that monetary authorities are observing unusual increases in the volume of transaction with cryptocurrencies involving the ruble. So when you see the volume of ruble into stable cryptos at the moment, and it's in the highest level that we've seen in 2021, you're seeing that crypto is certainly being used as a way to try to circumvent the sanctions that has been decided by many countries around the world. She also said, Christine Lagarde said, Russian companies who are using digital money for this purpose, it's a threat. It's a threat. So she also said that cryptocurrencies, however, can promote the benefit of a digital euro. So the ECB is planning to have their own central coin, central bank digital currency, and they want to associate it with safety, soundness, security, and benefit. Um, Warning that crypto can't be used as a loophole for such sanctions. So let's go through further sanctions being imposed in Russia. The White House just said Joe Biden will hold an emergency NATO summit in Brussels this Thursday. That's today. Biden will meet with G7, attend the session of the European Council. During this meeting with European heads of government, they will make a new package of sanctions against Russia. And this new measure will prevent the Kremlin from circumventing current economic sanctions. So I don't know if they will crack down on the use of Bitcoin, but something for you to keep in mind because that might also reject the resistance at 45,000. Actually, at this level of 43K for Bitcoin, think that you have to be more careful if you own crypto because it's possible that there will be some rejection within the next few days or the next few weeks. So yun, for those who own crypto, just be aware that 45K is a potential take profit area. I'm not so sure if it will be a real rejection, can go 46, 47K, but we're seeing a potential resistance there. Okay, so aside from that news, of course, let's just read through some, yeah, well, alam na natin to mga Visa, MasterCard. So these are just positive things telling us that there's really demand. So basically, we know that institutions are loading up on crypto at 35K so far. And if you're a buyer, then you just wait 35K. If you're not, if you're selling, then try to see if you can sell at 45K. So we're just really in a trading range. Okay, so last but not the least, let's just go through fast moves again. Let's take a look what's happening on the Cake USD, the swaps. I think it's just trading at 6, no? So dyan, look pa rin, 6, 7. So it's just still in a downtrend. A lot of your small cap staking names are still asleep. Nandyan lang sila. So Pancake Swap is still at 7. What's happening to your chain link? Just fast. Chain link is at bounce at 13, rally to 15, but still have large downtrend. We're seeing actually cryptocurrencies are still in a big downtrend, especially the small caps and the micro caps, other than the top 10 crypto. So yeah, so I would say that for most of the investors, they're just really loading up only on Bitcoin, Ethereum on dips, or only on Binance and Solana on dips. Thank you po, and thanks for watching. And for those who are playing PvP, PvU, I am still playing. However, I think every single day, each time you win, you only make about the the win is maybe mga 100 pesos to 500 pesos. So it's not yet a huge money maker yet, but other nonetheless, let me discuss. Sige, we have 10 minutes. Let me try to open, hey, what's up with the PVU players? Okay, let's take a look at that. So for the PVUs, usually what Plants vs. Undead, for those who are trying to play this game, so of course, you've got your MetaMask, you've had your Binance accounts. So first, you log in. Laro ako ng isang game. So, I'm not good so chill lang. Play game tayo. So yon, I just really play games on it right now. So there's 3 modes. There's the ranked mode, there's the challenge mode, and then there's the high score mode. I usually just play the rank mode and the challenge one mode. Hindi ako nag-high score mode yet. So you play mga 10 minutes, 15 minutes per game. Yun. Hello, Ren. So yan, loading. Diyan pa rin naman yung mga games actually. If there's a question on the updates, medyo madali pa rin naman yung mga games. But it's really taking time. I would admit na di ako masyado nagmamine anymore. Pero yan, ganyan lang naman. Claim mine, Alien Worlds, if you're playing that, puro click lang ng click, diba? Sa Wax Chain. Approve. I guess may mga land, minions, pero hindi kasi ako naglalaro masyado eh. So, siguro yun, ilo-load up ko na lang yung trillium balance ko hanggang sa siguro maging 100 yan. That's for the Alien Worlds. Ito. Naglo-load siya. Ayun. But yun, I think like that's all that I can say for now in crypto. Medyo medyo unchanged lang naman siya. Coinbase Cloud launching an Avalanche developer suite. Gemini receives license to provide electronic money services in Ireland. Fundamentally, maraming developments on crypto, but it will not escape the trading range in the market. So right now, crypto is just being traded as a sentiment play. Sige, so that's it guys. I'll play na lang myself. Naglo-load pa siya. Pero yun. Sige, that's it. Hope that you had a good day. See you tomorrow for global market update. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.